I was thinking about the life of an entrepreneur, and it's not always roses. It's a wonderful option for sure. I highly recommend it. But there are challenges, and I want to share with you a couple that I faced and how I overcame and what that did for my life and for those that I serve. One of them, and one of the toughest ones I had, was really navigating grief. Grief while I am in a role to inspire other people. I'm trying to encourage and inspire other people, and I'm feeling levels of despair that I never experienced before. Years ago, I lost my mom and my sister 18 days apart. It was extremely tough, yet I still needed to work. So what do you do when you're in the role to inspire others and you need inspiration? Well, I did come to terms with it eventually. Certainly everybody's grief process is different, but I did come to terms and understand that if you lean into it, the advantage of understanding it allowed me to come alongside others who are experiencing it as well and be able to connect and relate to them even more effectively than before. So that was one challenge. And I think, quite frankly, I'm still dealing with it because it hasn't totally gone away, but it gets more manageable. There was another major challenge that I undertook, and this was, I initiated it, but it was really tough. When I became a speaker and a trainer, which is what I do for a living, I didn't have a rags to riches story. I hadn't overcome any major obstacles. So I figured I need to do something or get my own story. And what I decided to do led me to New York City. So what's in New York? I remember it was a cold morning. It was very, very early, dark in Manhattan, New York. And myself and 35,000 of my favorite friends and we started running the New York City Marathon. Yes, that's right. I went from not running at all to challenging myself to a marathon because I figured if I did that, maybe I'd have a story. So I remember though, when we were running, everything was going just fine until about mile 20. At mile 20, that's when the difficulty and the challenge came because I got a cramp in my left leg. Never had cramps in any of my training before. This was the first time. And I knew I could not focus on the cramp because whatever you focus on gets bigger. That's true in life. So I couldn't focus on that because I didn't want it to get worse. So I said, okay, proactively, I started thinking about the rain. It did rain. I shifted my thoughts to the rain. I shifted my thoughts to my headset. I had my music going, so I consciously started thinking about the music. And then finally, in that effort, I started thinking about the fact that when I finished this race, I'd have something to talk about. And that really helped me. And I tell you, the pain went away, right into my right leg. No kidding. I said, oh my God, I've got to do this all over again. And I remembered at that point a poem that I had written about a year prior to the race. And I started talking to myself because sometimes talking to yourself is the only time intelligent conversation takes place, right? So the poem went like this. It says, "It's not over till I win." That's the name of it. It says, "When current results are different than what I thought when I began, I must not quit, but keep repeating, it's not over until I win. When problems and changes are all around me and I can't seem to find a friend, I must say to myself once more, it's not over till I win. It's not over, no, not over. I must know this deep within, in my mind, my heart, and my spirit. It's not over till I win. I will never give up. I won't ever give in. I will never give out. It's not over till I win. Say it every morning, through good, through bad, through thick and thin. Every day I say with conviction, it's not over until I win." And I was able to go across the finish line 5 hours, 11 minutes, and 51 seconds later. Yay. I tell you, what you do is when you're facing difficulties, and we all will, we need to shift our mind, use our mind to shift from looking at the problem to looking at what you want. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. That's a takeaway secret that I learned that day, and I applied it ever since.